Hi. Thought I'd tie a fly tonight. Deputies at our CNA class, and I've had dinner and got the dishes done, and had a little time just watching the BYU basketball game here while we're doing this. But thought I'd tie a muskrat nymph. That's what I call it. It's a let's call it nymph. Terrestrial bugs that live in rivers and lakes. When they hatch, their first phase in their life is called a nymph. When they hatch from a nymph, and they're referred to as an emerger. That's the life they live from the bottom of the lake or the stream to the top of the water, and they become an adult fly. And the fly will immediately fly into the air once its wings dry out and lay eggs, which will sink to the bottom of the stream, river, or lake, pond, whatever, where they will eventually hatch and become a nymph again. The life cycle of life, as it says on The Lion King. I just wanted to mention one thing, little trivia here. Do you know who the first fly fisherman was to fish the western waters west of the Mississippi River? The first fly fisherman to fish the waters, any waters actually, west of the Mississippi River that we know of, was Wilford Woodruff when he came west with Brigham Young and the first pioneer group that came west. He learned to fly fish in England when he went on his mission there. Brought home a pole with some flies, and he brought that with him out west. When he got to Fort Bridger, he wrote in his journal, he asked the men there if there was any fish in the creek that ran by the fort there, and they said not as far as they know. And he went out there with his pole and started to catch trout, which made Brigham Young happy because he loved fish. And then as they went past Fort Bridger up above Immigration Canyon, up that area, he actually left the group and went north to the Bear River Valley and did some fishing up there and brought fish back for Brigham Young too. Anyway, just a little trivia. Let's see. So I got a nymph hook on here. A nymph hook is different from a dry fly hook in that it's a little heavier steel because you want it to sink, where a dry fly hook is made out of real light, thin steel because you want it to float on top of the water. So I'm just going to start off here with some black thread. I haven't tied this for quite a long time, so hopefully it goes well. So this nymph doesn't have a tail, so we'll just start with putting the body on. And I use muskrat fur. That's the name, Muskrat Nymph. And we'll just cut a little bit of this off here. Okay, and if you've ever looked at muskrat fur, a lot of fur from rabbits and stuff, they have guard hairs on there. You can see them hopefully there. And you don't want those in the body of the fly, so you have to carefully pull those out. have a little bit of fur that you cut off. Okay, so you can see what I have here. I missed a couple there. Okay. And you're going to take the fur and do what's called dubbing. You dub it on to the thread. A little hard because I cut my finger yesterday opening a box. So I'll use my middle finger instead of my index finger. And just kind of twist it onto the thread. Like that. You see it? Sure that's enough. Show it here. You start at the base of your hook and then begin to wrap it forward. And you want to kind of taper the body so it's thicker when you get towards the head of the hook. So I'm going to put a little more on here. Okay. And then this fly is actually can be used as a nymph or as an emerger pattern. So we're going to put a couple of wings on her. I use what's called a badger hackle. Those as you can see here. This is a badger hackle. I don't know what kind of a rooster that comes off of, but find one more. Let's see if that'll work. Oh, so I need two of these. I'll place them back to back. The feathers have an arch naturally, so you want the arch. I can see that one's going this way and one's going that way. Happy with that, I'll try it again. What's the matter with those? Let's try a couple more. Find this from memory. So I'm going to run some thread between the two, kind of separates them. Like that. Okay. And take some, it's called peacock curl. If I can find a good piece. Tail of a peacock, if you can see that. Kind of pretty. And tie that. So let me do that. There we go. So you wrap the peacock curl to create the head on the top of the body of the fly. And tie it up. Trim it up. And see, whip finisher, finish it off. And there's a finished muskrat nymph. Hopefully you can see that. There, I use that quite a bit on the Provo River, and I've also used it on ponds and lakes, the flagpole, and had some success. But it's a pretty good all-around nymph. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and have a good evening.